Guess who's back?
You're now listening to Unapologetic, the podcast, with your two hosts, Trey and Reg, discussing any and everything unfiltered.
I was just listening to Aisha's most recent episode. Is an episode she had me on, and was talking about shout out to Aisha, Coffee Apple Juice podcast.
Apple Juice.
Yeah. I think I had asked her about is it okay? Well, does her man, if she had a man, anytime that he acquired like a new friend of the opposite sex, is that something that he would have to let her know? Do you feel that is that something for you? Like say your woman, like she meet male friends, like, well, let's say you're dating someone in the military, and of course you're always going to be around men as well as women, she became friends with a man that you don't know, they exchange numbers, they text here and there, whatever else, like they just cool. Do you need to know about him?
Out of respect, I hope I would know about it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's no crazy crap going on. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want that. You know what I'm saying? Like that could be problems.
Okay.
What about you?
Announce it to you, like just like come to you and just tell you like, hey, I exchanged numbers with a man, with a dude. We cool. We talk here and there.
I would like for it to be presented that way.
Okay.
I'm not one of those. The only man you need is me. I'm not one of those. Because I usually have female acquaintances, man, too, or a friend. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Like, I mean, besides my main partners, some way, shape, form, or fashion, it always boils down to me having a homie, or be beating a homie, man, and or a female that's cool. Like even out here, man. Shout out to the homie Brianna. You know, she's younger than me, but at the end of the day, dog, like she just cool as hell, man. Just cool.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I can honestly say, that's gonna probably be my partner fellow now, just off of the time that we've shared out here. And the things that we've endured together, you know what I mean? Whether it was in her life or my life, you know what I mean? Like now we think it's still, you feel me?
Right.
So,
man, it's always good because I don't know. I tend to I got a lot of male friends, but I tend to have way more female friends for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah.
And they like to do more things than a lot of like male friends. Like I'll plan a trip. Niggas be like, who going? Blah 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 blah. It's gonna be women there. You ask your homegirls that shit, they don't worry about none of that shit. They be like, when and where. They don't want to know if it's gonna be niggas there or not, if it's gonna be girls there, none of that shit. Like,
yeah, it ain't even that deep, man.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go ahead and get into this, man. What's good, everybody? Y'all know the vibes. Welcome back to another episode of Unapologetic, the podcast. Your two dynamic guys here, Traded Nomad, Reg, the Prime Minister.
That's
happening. What's good with you?
Man, different toilet, same shit, brother. You know what I mean? Another week, another day on this side of the dirt, man. Counting down the days. We in the teens, we in low teens now. For when I come back home, I know Unapologetic Nation probably tired of hearing me say that, but they don't understand it's a big deal. You know how it is coming up out this box. It's a big deal. So I'm just patiently waiting on my chance to get up out of here, bro. Reunite with my family, man, with you, partner, with my friends, see my kids, man. It's gonna be a beautiful thing. I got a couple of events to go to when I get home. So, I'm excited, man. I'm thankful, I'm blessed, and man, I'm excited, bro. Just wait.
That's what's up, with you. We're 2 days removed from Valentine's Day, man. What's your thoughts on Valentine's Day? Anything good? You get some gifts. You get some gifts. I know your little girl was definitely one of those. I ain't do nothing for nobody. Man.
Yeah. So Yeah. So bought my daughter some candy.
Mm-hmm.
Bought her some candy. Bought her some beer. You know what I'm saying? I had a good time. You know what I mean? I just kind of chilled out, man. I didn't do too much.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
But I had a good time, man. It was all right.
That's good, man. I
made it.
Yeah. Nothing. I didn't do nothing. No Valentine's. No gifts. I didn't give any. I mean, but I really didn't expect none because I'm single. So I mean, and I put that energy. Well, I guess you get the energy that you give, and I really didn't. And I guess put nothing out about Valentine's Day or I would like to do something or want something, because I mean that's not me anyway, man. But
yeah.
Hey, dog, my shoulder and neck, my shit been killing me. I went to the that shit got so bad. One of these nights, I went to Eisenhower. I went to the ER, man, and them motherfuckers was talking about like I got a pinched nerve or some shit. That's what they said. Like, of course, military, they don't do no X-rays and none of that shit. Like off the bat, you got to have like a act of Congress to get an X-ray or MRI scan or any shit. Like it got like your damn like something got to be hanging off your body or something. So, but dog, when I tell you I was in so much pain. And everybody was telling me that, like, once you get out, like, watch how your body start fucking with you. Like, you just gonna, like, have, like, all kind of shit go wrong. Pains here and there. One of my homegirls said she, not even 2 days after she got out, she was walking down the stairs and her hip just gave out on her. And she ended up falling down the stairs and broke her wrist. They, did, checked the hip out, as well as her wrist and whatnot. And they said, she got like a degenerative bone in her hip. Within, they said like 5 or 10 years, she might have to have a hip replacement. But you got a degenerative bone in your hip, like that ain't nothing that just happened. So the military been missing this shit for years because she said she been complaining about her hip.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
But
that was off on a tangent, but that is a great reason as to why, I understand it now, and I tell everybody I can, or that when I talk about this shit, like any problems you have, like any minor pain, major pain, whatever it is, go get checked out. Have that shit documented.
Usually, when you come back from out the sandbox or whatever, you go to the PDHRA or whatever,
mm-hmm.
and you say, "Oh, I'm good."
Right.
I let all my folks know off the rip. I know y'all expecting me to hit the ground running, but understand it's about business first, and I'm gonna tell every dang gone if it's hurting, if it tingled.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting it documented because at this point, I'm listening. I'm taking heed of what you said, brother. I ain't finna play no game.
Exactly. It's gonna benefit you in the long run.
That's what I'm saying.
Benefit you in the long run. Like
that's what I'm saying.
I posted that shit on Facebook probably about 2-3 weeks ago. All that like tough guy shit, posting your gym workouts and videos and not going to sit call. That shit looks good. Why you in? Wanting to score 600 on the PT tab, whatever. Like all that shit looks fine and dandy. But guess what? Once you get out, don't nobody give a fuck about that shit. Don't nobody care. Like that shit don't matter. Like ain't nobody gonna come up to you like, yeah, Dre was a PT stud. That nigga was always in the gym, 600, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? When you start going to VA and start trying to do claims, you don't know if them niggas looking at your shit not like, this nigga done posted a video 2 weeks ago. This nigga, bench pressing 315 like it ain't nothing. He talking about his shoulder and back hurt. Fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, nah, man, like, fuck all that shit, man. I wish I would have known that shit a long, like 10 to 15 years ago. Don't tear your body up for the fucking army. Fuck that.
I won't. I already had my injuries and all that stuff. But that's over with.
Man, all them ends keep complaining about them shits. Even if they operated on you, go back. I don't know. I feel like I got some tendonitis in the heel or something. I'll tell them motherfucker everything. I'm telling you.
Don't worry about it. When I tell you, man, when I go back to it, bro, I'm documenting everything. I don't care what nobody says. be there all day, Brian.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, fuck
need
that, man. You know, because we came up in that time to where they kind of really discourage you from going to sick call, throw out threats of malingering and oh, you're sham and all this other shit. Fuck that shit. Motherfuckers stay in sick call. At this point now, I be telling people like, you got a year, 2 years left. You should probably be in sick call or in the hospital like once a week, at least like getting something documented.
Right.
Motherfuckers get out and medical records be like that thick. My shit look like this, but I got some good ones in there though. You know what I'm saying? PTSD, anxiety, sleep apnea, that shit 50 off the bat. You know what I'm saying? All the other shit I got, but motherfuckers be having like a damn novel, like, you know, an encyclopedia full of shit, man. But
man, get what's owed to you, man.
Yeah. But let's jump on sports real quick, man. Before I forget, like, share, subscribe, y'all. I gotta get this shit out there. Gotta do that. Like, share, subscribe. Super Bowl recap.
Yep. Hey, man, I was pretty close with the score, wasn't
it? You said 3 or 4. I thought you hit it. They won
by 4. Hit it on one?
They won by 3, right? It's 20 to 23, right?
Yeah. What'd I say? 3, 4?
Yeah, I thought you said 3. You might have said 4, but I thought you said 3.
Yeah, well, for Vegas purposes, that 1 point matter. But for the sake of podcast world, I was pretty spot on, man. Mm-hmm. So, but I feel like the best team won. I feel like it was a lot of missed calls.
Both sides. Right?
On both sides, though. On both sides,
okay.
You can either say it was bad refereeing, or they just let the boys play.
Right.
Either way you look at it, half empty, half full, whatever, whichever type of football you like. Mm-hmm. I give kudos to the Bengals, man. All right, I do, because I know football, you know football, but some people really felt like it was, David versus Goliath, and the Bengals came in early and let them know, like, hey, we not no pushover, bro. We not no French fries out here.
True.
So I'm proud of them boys, them young boys. You know what I mean? And hey, they got to understand that they're the hunted now in the AFC. So what are you going to do next? That's what it's about now. Now it's about what you're going to do. How are you going to have a slump? Are you going to defend the AFC crown? Are you going to, because it, come playoff time, it looked as if, they were the best team, one of the best teams besides Buffalo in the AFC.
Right. So
now, are you going to be the clear-cut favorite? Well, on paper, you're going to be the clear-cut favorite. But when the time to come into the next year, what are you going to do about it? And lastly, I want to say, you got to cut these people, the media, they have to cut Jalen Ramsey some slack, okay? And here's why. Granted, like, the clips that they showed, yes, he got abused. On the last play, on the 4th and 1, did he fall? Was he beat? Yes, he was beat. But he also has 2 superior defensive linemen on his team that he's able to play loosely, 1. And 2, they talk about how he's still the best corner in the league. He is. I think he is, hands down. And they talk about how he had 180 yards on him, and that's the most he's ever given up, right? Mm-hmm. But that's by 2 players combined, 180 yards.
Yeah.
So
and one was a big chunk play.
Yeah. Well, that was a pass interference. Right. So it was like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, did he really?
So actually, two was 2 big chunk plays. So yeah.
2 big chunk plays. One was pass interference.
Yeah.
So it's like cut the man some slack. Football. Understand? Like, this man gave up. Again, he gave up 180 yards. I think it was 180 yards to 2 players combined, bro. That's not a lot.
It's not a lot. I mean, he could have been like Eli Apple. They were smoking on that Eli Apple pack.
Big boy, big Eli Apple pack, man. And here's the thing. When I didn't even know he was one of their corners, when I saw it a couple of days before the game, I said, "Oh, they got him on the field."
Let me tell you, when I found out against the Kansas City game, when he was talking shit to Tariq Hill about beating him, he had tweeted something talking about I forgot what he said some slick shit to Tariq Hill, but yeah, I'm like, who is this nigga be talking?
That's why them boys zone him like that.
Yeah.
On social media. I figured he always been a talker, man. Like, right. Boy, you chop liver, boy, you sorry, boy.
And they put it on his ass.
He's just not good, bro.
Yeah, it was almost like they was like saying, hey, what side is Eli on?
Don't go that way.
Yeah, go that way. That's what it felt like. They would say, hey, what side is Eli Apple on? We gonna throw that way.
Again, when I found out about it, before the game, I said, "Oh, he's toast. He is toast. They're gonna be on that, man. I knew they was gonna be on that, man."
Right. And
sorry.
Richard Sherman was kind of saying the same thing about Jalen Ramsey. Oh, the Rams, Rams defensive backs aren't that good. The middle linebacker isn't that good. Like, they're gonna have problems, but like you said, Jalen Ramsey ain't. I don't put him in that cat. I think he's better than obviously what Richard Sherman says. But
so you don't think he's the best corner?
Yeah, I would give him the best corner right now. I would give it to him. So I said 10. Honestly, I thought the game. I thought the game was over for the Rams. So Cincinnati deferred, gave LA the ball first. LA came out. I think 2 first downs, punted. Cincinnati got the ball back, didn't do nothing. LA got the ball back, scored. So I'm like, oh, okay, it might get ugly the way they was playing. LA, I think they came back, scored another, 3 points. But so to fast forward, right after halftime, when that first play, the pass interference that they didn't call, when he grabbed Ramsey face mask, Higgins had that long touchdown, and then they came back and intercepted the ball. I said, whoa, this ain't looking good for LA. Cincinnati go down here and score this touchdown. It ain't looking good.
Real.
Yeah, and they ended up kicking the field goal. But I thought, like, at that point, I honestly thought it was over for LA, because then Odell got hurt right after that, and LA offense just kind of like stopped, like they weren't doing nothing. And the defense held them in there, but which was kind of a Cincinnati game. Any game to me that was going to be close, I would think Cincinnati is probably going to win, because they've been doing that all through the whole playoffs.
I beg to differ, man. I would disagree with you.
That we'll get to it. That 4th and 1 call by McVay, that jet sweep.
Yeah,
that was a hell of a call and a hell of a play. That saved the damn Super Bowl right there. That saved the Super Bowl.
Yes, it did.
And from then on, it was just like momentum. They couldn't do nothing with Cooper Kupp.
Well, who can do anything with Cooper Kupp? That's the thing about it.
You were right. You're right. They couldn't. But you would think, okay, with Odell out the game, we can really kind of try to lock down on Cooper Kupp, which didn't happen. They left him. They kept putting the Eli Apples and whoever else in bad one-on-one situations with him.
Right.
So I would think, okay, somebody else gonna have to beat me besides Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
Somebody else gonna. Yeah. He's the triple crown winner.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna have to beat me besides Cooper Kupp. So that's what I thought on it. I thought it was a good game. I went for the Rams. I said they was gonna win. I said they was gonna win by 10. Obviously they didn't, but I did want to see Aaron Donald and Odell achieve that ring, which is great for them. I don't. All the Matt Stafford hype is kind of crazy to me. I don't think this solidify him as a Hall of Famer or a gold jacket guy. Of course, Richard Sherman has something to say about that. What, a day or two
I
ago?
read it.
Yeah.
I read that
and
stuff.
he
I read
and he has a lot of great points. One Pro Bowl and a Super Bowl victory. Of course, he was starting quarterback at a Super Bowl victory, but everything else, I don't see those achievements to get that gold jacket. And just to rewind back to a couple episodes ago, we talked about AB. I did look up those stats. This just came to mind.
Okay.
He is around the top 25 in most of the major wide receiver statistics. So he hasn't broke top 20, category. If he gets back on the field, could he? Yeah, he definitely has the potential to do it. But yeah, so his stats aren't like eye-popping for a lot of reasons. I mean, he's missed a whole lot of time the last 3-4 years, whether it was injury and or personal reasons. So I mean, could he be in that top 10, top 15? Probably. But he's shooting him own self in the foot. But yeah, so you said you beg to differ. Talk to me.
So again, like I've been saying, I feel like the Rams and the personnel that they have is geared for a Super Bowl. I feel like it was geared for for guys like Matt Stafford, guys like Aaron Donald, guys like Jalen Ramsey, and so on and so forth. Eric Weddle, you know what I mean? These are seasoned pros, and not only are they these guys, they know how to play the game. They know how to keep their composure. They know how to essentially not fold under pressure. So I think I never felt like it looked like Cincinnati was going to win the ball game, but in my mind, I never really felt like they were going to win the game. I didn't feel they were going to come to the game and win it based on, like I said last week, just how, again, the makeup of the Rams are, man, like they're really, really seasoned, bro. You know what I mean? And people don't take that into play. Yeah, you got to play in between the lines, and I get it, skill sets and all that stuff. But when it boiled down to it, we saw what happened to Cincinnati. Cincinnati essentially had the ball game in control.
Yeah, they did.
Right?
They did.
They had the ball game in control. The Rams stayed afloat. They survived, and then they attacked. And before you know it, you lose the damn game.
Aaron Donald.
They triple teamed this man, bro. Sheesh. They triple teamed this man. Right? They triple teamed. Right?
Who still beating?
What do you have? What do you have? 2 sacks?
2 sacks, about 3 or 4 knockdowns, 8 or 9 pressures, something like that.
They had 7 sacks total, right?
Yeah.
Sue had 2, right?
He had 2. I think Von Miller had 2.
Well, Von, that's what I said. Von Miller had, not Sue, Von Miller.
Yeah.
Von Miller had 2.
Yeah.
Not Sue. Von Miller. Von Miller had 2, and that's who I felt like was going to have a big impact on the game, obviously because of Aaron Donald. So, and I'm happy for Von Miller, man. I am a fan of Von Miller, man. I think he's unappreciated, man, as a football player.
He is, because you know what? Well, of course, because that Super Bowl run against the Panthers, that Super Bowl run there was Peyton Manning looked like cheeks. I don't even know. Did they score on y'all defense?
Maybe.
I don't think Peyton Manning really scored. If they did, I don't think they scored a lot on you. It didn't look good. I know that it was a defensive game more than anything. But yeah,
the irony behind it is Peyton Manning is my favorite quarterback.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
We don't have to go down on that.
Nah. So recap last week's episode real quick. We was talking about the Joe Rogan situation. Well, topic. Someone asked me about this, and they just said, the N-word. Because of course Joe Rogan was using a lot, that's one of the main gripes and things about it. But so someone said, well, why is there so much emphasis of power still on this word? Like, why? What is it about it that we still find the need to, I guess, for it to make us act the way we do or feel like about situations or whatever else. When someone that's not of our race or our culture or color says it.
Because I think because of the, it's, and I think we touched on it last week, but I'll touch on it again. Yes, it's derogatory. Yes, it's a double standard. Yes, it is. But so is a million other fucking things on the planet. So sue me, right?
Yeah.
Like it's just something that people should just, that are not of color could or not, that are not Black, just stay away from it, man.
I agree with you 100%. So I do think as far as us saying it or using it, like you said, the double standard is that was a word that was used to put us down. It's supposed to be, degrade us. We have kind of turned it into a term of endearment, I guess, in a sense to where you could say, okay, we've taken away the power or control that word supposedly has over us. In a sense, just like women, they'll call each other bitch.
Right.
That's for them.
Right.
You're not walking around like, calling them, referring to a woman as a bitch as a term of endearment or fun, or just like bitch, or what I'm saying, like how they say it for each other. So I think it's one of those, it's derogatory. Should we use it? It all depends on you. But no, I'm not going to condone someone that's not of the race or of the culture, our culture, to use it, in terms of me or anyone else around me. I mean, if they do, wherever they else, don't do it around me. I met this white guy. He's from Tennessee, country boy, grew up around a bunch of Black people. And I remember him saying this. He's like, man, I got my what the fuck did he call? He said something about his card or something. He's like, I grew up with my homie, they call me nigga, I call him nigga. Like, I was like, we're not gonna do that. Like, that's not around me anyway. Whoever you grew up with, if they allow that, they condone it. Like, yeah, but as far as in me, you're not gonna refer to me. I'm not your nigga. I'm not even gonna call you. I'm not even gonna call you nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's so. Yeah, I don't care.
No, no. I've experienced that. Before. With a young boy, man. You know what I'm saying? I had to let cut. I was like, hey man, yeah, you cool and all, but
yeah, man.
Relax, my man.
We need to stop that too. Like, we need to stop giving, like, just because you are super cool with this white person, and by all means, be friends with who you want to. Like, but you should not be allowing your white homeboy, your white homegirl to call you a nigga. No, I don't think so. Not at all. I don't care if it's your girlfriend. Like, because a lot of white girls are comfortable with calling, that's my nigga, that's my, whatever. No, you should not be allowing them to refer to you as that. That's I don't get it. I will never get it. It's not gonna happen.
Trophy, folks.
Yeah, but yeah, quick tab it on that, man. Also, on site and just the one-on-one. So, and it goes back in reference to the Baby and Danny Lay's brother. They got in a fight. Like, we kind of touched on that. And we know what on site means.
Yeah.
Right. The nigga said, when I see you, it's on site. So of course he saw the baby, he got jumped. So I was I was listening to this podcast, and they were, when they brought up the fact that he said, first of all, he came to talk to you as a man. Well, okay, you came to talk to him as a man, but you also said it's on site. So
ain't no talk.
If you tell me it's on site and you approach me, I'm okay. It's on site. I'm thinking you coming for smoke.
We about to box.
Right. But here's the caveat to that. He was like, you had to have your boys jump me. If you want to do something, you could have did something one-on-one. So they were like, so these males said, and this is the first time I've really heard of this and even looked at it this way. They said the one-on-one only applies to family members or like homeboys you really cool with.
Excuse me?
So for instance, if any, like, so let's say me and you out, if you get in a fight, there's no way in hell, this is what they're saying, there's no way in hell I should let you fight one-on-one.
That you shouldn't let me fight one-on-one?
Right. If me and you out, something happened, I should already, it shouldn't be you fighting one-on-one with this person. It should be like, if your man's is there and he get into it, we getting into it. That was the preface that they used. And they said, like I said, they said the only time one-on-ones is only for family members and homeboys that you really cool with.
I can see that. Because I'm not gonna if I'm out with you, I'm not gonna let you fight. I'm not gonna let you fight by yourself, dog. I ain't gonna let nobody. I'm just not.
Okay.
Unless you tell me, bro, chill. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to wax nigga. So then I'm like, all right, but no, I'm not gonna just sit back in.
Okay. So has that changed with times? Because growing up, I would think that it was a one-on-one.
Again, like if it's been like, I remember times back in the day, yeah, you're right, back in the day, where it was said, like, it was a thing like, nah, either if you see your man, you with your mans, and the dude that's got the smoke, he with his man, and it's a thing like, say, hey, well, ain't nobody jumping in nothing, we're gonna let him shoot the one, then yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm okay with that too. But if it's not spoken on between you and I, or it's not a thing, period. I don't care what they say. If it ain't spoken on between you and I,
right,
I ain't trying to hear none of that, man.
Okay. I was curious about it because that was the first time I ever heard that. As far as just the only time you're guaranteed a fair one is if it's family members or your homeboys. So honestly, I've never really I never danced with one of my homeboys. Like, we'd never got in a fight like that, like fist fight.
I know.
And if we did, like, we wasn't cool after that. Like, but I know there are times, and there's a lot of places where niggas fight. They fight their homeboys, and then after that, it's love. It's okay. We got that bad energy out. We cool. Let's go have a drink. I just never been like, if I'm to that point to where we got to fight, there ain't no repairing none of that shit. Like, I'm like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, if we cannot talk that shit out, like, I don't like, okay, me and you, we can't talk it out. So you know what? It's only one thing to do, Dre. We gotta dance. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, that don't make sense to me. Like, you would think, I mean, regardless of the situation or what's going on between you and your man, like, it shouldn't be no, like, okay, the only way we can settle this issue is, we gotta throw hands.
Yo, you know what? That reminds me, at the end of the day, you know what? I remember a few years ago. I remember a few years ago. I really won't. And I guess that's just a testament of our friendship. But I remember something happened and some words were said, or some words were misconstrued or whatever. And the things that were said that came out of said person's mouth, in which they said or referenced that I did, or what I said, or how I acted, honestly would have been grounds to, like, bro, what's up with you?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But rather than you taking it there, you came to me like a grown man, and we spoke on it as a grown man. And I think through us speaking on it, you was able to depict what was real and what was not.
Uh-huh.
And I think that is that has to be, that's just some grown man shit, man. If you sit here fight your partners, bro, you're the loser, scram. I don't care. I don't know. There's no way.
Yeah. like I said, I don't get it. Like if we got to get to that point to where we got to like resolve our issues by fighting, then I mean, it.
Really? Are you really?
We're not gonna be cool after that. Like I can't like.
Yeah, no, and I'm not. Yeah, like no, not at this age. Not at this age. No way.
Absolutely.
Schoolyard fights, of course. Schoolyard fights. All right, man. Whatever. It's some guys you probably got a schoolyard fight with, and that you cool with today or whatever. Sure, but at this point of age, bro, no. If I gotta put hands on you, if I gotta put hands on you, I don't want to put hands on you. Really, I'm trying to get you up out of here because I don't got time.
True. Yeah, and at my age right now, I don't want to fight nobody. Like that's the last.
That's what I'm saying.
My mind. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So if it goes there, bro, I'm just not trying to box you out.
Yeah,
I'm mad. I'm to the point where, hey, it's going to be a lot of slow singing, flower bringing.
Yeah. Hey,
you know what I'm saying? Because I don't got time. I got kids, bro. I don't got time to play with you, man.
Yeah, a lot of slow singing and low humming.
Hey, flowers bringing.
Yeah. Shit. Yeah. I'm with you though. I'm at that age to where I just like I don't got time to be tussling with motherfuckers and throwing hands and like
come on, man.
It could be in the club. I think we talked about this before. Like it could be in the club. Like nigga bump into me or I'm like, we good. Like it ain't none of that. Nigga, what the fuck? Spill my drink. Nah, okay, we cool. I don't got time for that shit, man. Like,
yo, man, I remember, man. I begged the dude, man. I was at home, man. Me and my cousin, we went up. And I probably told the story on before. Shout out to Xavier, man, my young bull. But we was in the club one night, man, and this dude, I was over there chilling. I was with my cousin, who's about 10 years or so younger than me, and he was with his young boy. Right. So, you know what I'm saying? So, I said, I'm home, let's go out. And, me being from the Bull or whatnot, it's a few places that we ain't supposed to be at, Raleigh being one of them.
Okay.
But on this night, I don't know what it was, we decided to go to Raleigh, right? But we weren't going to go to Raleigh. We were in Durham, we get ready to go to a spot. His young boy did not have ID. And look, I should have started writing on the wall then that you are a grown man and you don't have an ID. I should have started writing on the wall then, but I didn't. I just want to celebrate, right? So I go out and I'm chilling on the wall, and this dude is buying this young lady drinks, right? He's buying her drinks. The whole time she's looking at me, right? I'm just like, oh man. So finally, she taps me on the shoulder, and no bull, she says, now, I know you've been seeing me look at you all night, just like you've been seeing this nigga who I don't want buy me these drinks all night. And I said, well, closed mouths don't get fed. If you wanted a drink, sweetheart, you should have just said something, and we could have nipped that in the bud. But he got upset, he got mad, blah, blah. You don't see me talking to her. I'm
Yeah.
Yo, I said, my fault. I said, my bad, man. You know what I'm saying? This your old lady? He said, no, this ain't my old lady. I'm like, oh, shit. Well, either way, my fault, man. My bad, bro. I don't want no smoke. He's still talking. And I see my cousin, right? And this is a big guy, you know what I'm saying? I'm a pretty tall, pretty big dude, but he's a big guy. So I see him. I see his antennas go up. So I see, and he circles around him. And obviously, his young boy with him, he trying to, I'm the old, so he trying to show and prove. You know what I mean? You know how it go.
Yeah.
And he trying to show and prove. So he like he want to show that he with it. So they circle him. And so I'm begging this guy, man, like, hey dog, look, man, I said I don't want no problem, bro.
Yeah.
Hey man, hey, just please, bro, just go ahead on, man. Go ahead on, bro. I told him, I said, I got some, I got some young dogs in here, man. They hungry, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, go ahead on, man. We cool. Like, And I probably should have said that to him, but I did anyway. But I had to let him know, like, look, man, like, yeah, understand, I'm telling you to get the fuck on because the boy gonna eat your lunch. You know what I mean? Of course, he wanted to act bad in front of the girl. The girl done walked off by now, by the way. She gone by this point. So now I'm like, now, nigga, I don't even want the girl. You mad at me. You want to sit here tongue wrestle me. The girl done walked off. You done bought the drinks all night. Now look at you. needless to say, it did not work out in his favor, and I'll leave it at that. So I say all that to say, I'm not that dude, man. I ain't no punk though. You ain't gonna push me, but I'm just saying.
Right. But like you said, that comes with maturity. Yeah. Wherever that phase you was in. You know that Aaron Hernandez shit started something like that. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker, he was talking to a girl, motherfucker bumped into him, spilled his drink. I think the dude apologized, but he just couldn't let the shit go. You got niggas out there like that just, you know what I'm saying, regardless of whatever else, you like you didn't went against all your morals and rules, like as you being a man, like, dog, you got it. Like, listen, I'm not here for that. I'm good. Like, nigga, you got it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You already not really surrendering or bowing down to this man, but you just like, listen, man, you got it, bro, you good. But this nigga still pushing the issue. Now you might have to sleep him up under the bar or some shit. You know, but
Facts.
Interesting thing, like I said, just the one-on-one, and you know, and even with family members, I've never fist fought a family member. But I understand if it comes down to that and it happens, of course, you're probably still going, you know, love that person or whatever else. But that just ain't my thing. Fighting people I love and that's close to me, that ain't my thing.
Right.
And I just can't see myself getting to the point to where, okay, we gotta get rid of this energy. Like the only way we can like clear this shit up is if we go ahead and, you know, dance. We gotta throw hands.
Yeah, nah, I'm cool on that, bro.
I look at a nigga funny anyway. He come, nigga, we gotta dance. Let's dance. Like I feel some kind of way about some shit you said. We gotta, you know, and after that, you know, we gonna go have a drink. Nigga, what the fuck wrong with you?
Well, I'm gonna say I'll be right back.
Right. The fuck I look like wanting to go have a drink with you after we fought, nigga. Regardless of the outcome, especially if you fuck me up, like nigga, it ain't no we ain't having no, like, we ain't not going out for a drink. You need to be getting ready for round 2.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because fuck is wrong with you? Man, I wanted to talk about Donnell Jones' song, Where I Want to Be. But not from his aspect of it though. Actually from his aspect, but it being reversed, it being the woman. Do you think you can handle that situation if your lady told you, like, listen, I got some shit to get, you know, I got some shit I need to do, I need to fix. Maybe it's some a nigga that she just gotta, quote unquote, you know, fuck out of her system. Dre, I love you. I want to be with you, but I gotta get this out of my system.
How would I respond?
Is that, as a man, are you comfortable with that?
As a man, am I comfortable with
with your lady telling you that? And are you hanging around?
I'm not going to stop living my life. I don't think. It's funny. If you would have asked me that a couple of days ago, I probably would have had a different answer than what I'm about to give you right now.
Okay.
So and this is real spill. A couple of days ago, man, I was reading something and it was saying, you know, talking about true love, right? And true love, how love conquers all, right? And how at the end of the day, some people that are meant to for each other, you might be Mr. Right or Miss Right. You might not be Miss Right now. And it said that true love always comes back, right? True love always comes back. It might take you, it might take you growing. It might take you or said person going on to love someone else. But some way, somehow, it always comes back, man. And I don't know, man. I think as hard as it would be for me to hear that, you know, or to believe that, I think I would have to let them go. I would have to say, all right, well, if that's what you want to do. That's the type of time you on, then kick rocks. But just understand, just because you're on that type of time don't mean that we're on the same page.
Right.
You know, and as Lord knows, I've been on both sides of that, right? Where you thought one thing and it wasn't that. So, yeah. But to answer your question, I probably would just like, all right, I would have to respect it for sure. I just don't. I don't know if there. If I'm giving guarantees on being around when you got your shit together,
right?
Even if I say I want to be around, I don't know if I'm gonna do that.
I stand with you on that. Interesting thing you said. And we don't. I guess there's two ways to look at it. Of course, you telling a woman, the first thing she's gonna say is she's probably not gonna be there, or you just want to go fuck off. But as you bringing that up, the point that you said, it might not be our time, for this relationship. So maybe whether it's a man or a woman, you, I guess, have to get whatever out your system. This is the person you really want to be with, but it's just not like our time right now. But it's hard to determine and dictate that too. Like, when is our time? Because a lot of times we force relationships and it ain't even our, like you said, it's not our time, but we're trying to force that relationship just because it's something that we want right then and there.
Right. No, that's real. That's real. So that's a good question though. When is the right time? You know what I'm saying? That's a good question. And I see why people would have that question, man.
Yeah. And also the other one, like, oh, nigga, it ain't no, or you talking to the lady, it ain't no, you just got some things you need to handle with yourself. Somebody you got to get out your system, or I love you, but they're the person I want, or I feel like I need to be with right now, whatever. But so we're always gonna look at it as like, nah, you just want to fuck around, you want to fuck off. But I mean, that is a good point that you just said, as far as in that timing.
Bro, it's everything. Timing is everything, man. We all are in different places within our lives, though.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, you don't know what somebody got on their plate. You don't know what they've been through. You don't know. Ultimately, you don't know where they're going. You know what I mean? You don't know where they're trying to go unless you y'all talk about it, unless y'all speak on it. And even then, it's a 50-50 because you don't even know if they're selling you a crock of shit or not.
Mm-hmm.
So I look at it like that. Like sometimes in situations, it could work good and bad. I've seen it where people have loved each other or been with each other, and it wasn't their time, and they got a couple of bodies up under them, or, you know what I mean, or
right.
Had other relationships and had to see for themselves, like, okay, this is what I did, and they got the growth that they needed for the person that was meant for them. But I've also seen on the other side too, you know what I mean, like whereas it doesn't work out.
I don't think, are we mature enough to talk about that, handle that? Because people would say, well, you working on yourself, or you need to fix this, you need to fix that, but you still out here fucking. Those two can exist.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they can exist.
Yeah, I think they can.
I think they can exist. I think it's more. I think it exists more in men than it does women.
Right. But women don't believe that, and they don't want to hear that either, though.
Most don't.
If you're working on yourself, how are you working on yourself, and you got
with that girl in your bed?
Yes, sir.
With that woman in your bed. Yeah.
Valid point. They don't want to talk about that, though, do they?
No, of course not.
They don't want to have that conversation.
I think it as silly as the shit sounds, man, I guess you just got to be a man to understand it.
But they can do the same thing too, though. I mean, does it happen? Yeah. Does it happen? Probably not as often. And we probably don't hear about it. But I mean, I cannot hold a woman, saying she can't do those same things. And it's, if that's something that I'm going to do, not expect, a woman to do the same thing.
Right. No question. No question. I mean, a woman, women, like you said, they say women are more or sneakier than men. They say women are, they're more mischievous than men are. So, I mean,
I believe they can very well be.
Yeah.
They can very well be. And you know what? And we help them.
100%.
Because we don't, if she is being sneaky and mischievous, let's say you decide, nigga, you not in her man's DMs, popping shit or going through her pictures, liking pictures of her and her man. You know what I'm saying? This nigga like, who the fuck is this nigga?
You on ice?
Andre liking my pictures, like, you know him? Oh yeah, that's my homeboy. You know what I'm saying? Like bringing attention to but women are notorious for that shit.
The times that I've been backdoored, bro. Let me tell you something. The times that I have been backdoored, bro. Okay, it's been a dude that's been around.
Uh-huh.
I'm saying I might not have known it or whatever, or context clue or whatever, bro. I remember one time I had to look at a picture, picture. I looked at a picture, bro, and I zoomed in on the picture, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, that's the nigga.
This nigga was around the whole time.
Yeah.
But that's what they say. It ain't never nobody that you don't know. It's always in, the motherfucker that you least expect. Supposedly.
I like that. The motherfucker that you least expect to win is the one that's going to win, Reggie. Remember you said that. Remember I said that.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, it happens so often, but you be looking for other shit and the shit be right there under your nose. And you be like,
you're right there the whole time.
How the fuck? So with the situation with the woman, I don't know if she tells me that she needs some time. She needs time to get whatever out of her system, fix herself, fix whatever else. If that time includes or involves being in another man's arms, baby girl, you gotta go do you. Like you said, I'm not gonna be here when you get back. I can't even promise, like I can't make no promises that I'm not even gonna make a promise that I will be there. I'm not going to be here. It ain't okay, baby girl. And even before you said everything you said about the right time, right person, right time may not be I'm out. Like I can't make that promise that I'm going to be here. But now that you said that and I think about it, like it goes back to our pride. I would have to think about, like, can I handle, her going out and just doing her thing, maybe fucking a guy or her system. She got some unanswered questions or demons she need to get rid of to get herself right for me. I don't know. So if I'm doing my thing too, and I just happen to not be in a relationship, but I'm out here, I got a little, I'm fucking, then maybe. But I'm gonna tell her right off the bat, like, don't expect me to be here whenever you done, doing whatever you got to do to get yourself right.
Yeah, like I said, bro, I don't. It's tough, man. It's tough. That's tough. I think it's case by case basis, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? It depends on where you are in your life, dog. I'm trying to find this quote. I don't know where it is.
You good, man. I'll let you search for it. So while you do that, there's a part of me that wants to get to that point to where, okay, the stars do have to align for you and whoever you in love with, you want to be with. And it's kind of, is it kind of selfish for me to say, okay, I love this person. This is a person that I want to be with for the rest of my life. But they're telling me that they aren't ready. They need to fix themselves. And I'm telling you, well, okay, in order, I understand you need to fix yourself, but don't expect me to wait around for you. But this is the person that I love like no one else, no one other, and I want, to be with them for the rest of my life.
Okay.
Is that selfish for me to tell them that, like, okay, you can do that, I love you, but I'm not gonna be here when you get back doing whatever you're doing?
No, that ain't selfish. That's just you living, bro. It's at the end of the day, it's selfish for you to, whether you want them to be waiting around or not. That's one thing, but it's selfish for you for the expectation to be put on them to be waiting around.
True. Yeah.
We're selfish beings, though. So
yeah. Yeah, but it can also be, because we tend to realize, I mean, there are people like, we want to be fixers too. So, of course, that thought would come up, well, why do you feel like you need to do this to fix yourself or whatever else? Like, you can't do that with us together. And sometimes you just can't do that. Like, you're not allowed that opportunity, that space to fix whatever you have to fix within yourself, being attached to this person. But so off of that, man, Kanye West, we kind of teased it last week. We kind of touched on it. And I thought about this because I was talking to one of the guys over here, and he was telling me this whole situation about how him and his wife has been going through it. And he recently linked back up with one of his high school girlfriends. She stays in Charlotte. She's doing her thing, owns a business, and she was just telling him, he kind of vents to her. So he's wrong for opening the door, telling this woman his problems. But this is somebody that he went to high school with. So we tend to do that, whether it's a man or a woman, when you vent about relationship problems and issues. But it's kind of crazy, you shouldn't bring too many people into a relationship. But long story short, they got into him and his wife got into an argument, and the police was called. He was talking to the lady, and she's like, listen, I want you. You don't have to worry about nothing. I got my own business. I got my own house. You can come up here, leave that situation. Nigga said he packed this shit up, got in the truck, was gone. He said he got to Columbia, South Carolina, right? Well, he told his wife, like, I can't do this no more. I'm gone. So he got to Columbia, about to get on 70s. Well, what is it, 77? Go to Charlotte, right? Yeah. He said next thing you know, his son called and was crying, like, Daddy, I need you. Like, please come back. Don't leave me. This, that, and the third. More than likely, that's something that maybe wife put the child up to, probably. He said he pulled over. He, sat on the side of the road for about 10, 15 minutes, cried, just thinking about it. And he said he turned around, went back home. He said, like, this is like 3 years ago. So he's basically in his relationship now for the child. Nothing is really.
Yeah. That's what you're saying, or that's what you know?
No. Well, so that's what I gathered from what he was saying, because we were talking. He was like, they still getting up like these big arguments. He was like, man, I be wanting to leave her so many times, but I just can't do my children like that. So he's basically in at home. He's there now for the children, which to me presents a toxic situation in itself.
Yeah, it does.
And he said, my children need me in the house. So I'm like, well, why is that? Is your wife not capable of raising a child? Are you not capable of co-parenting without like physically being in your, in the house with your child?
I mean, it's possible, bro. But I think it's hard for some people to be selfish when kids are involved.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's hard in the long run. You know, if it's meant for you to leave or, you know, go, then you gotta make the best decision for you, because if you're not happy, then the house is gonna fall eventually.
You're absolutely right.
Fall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But at the same time, it's very hard, man. It's easier said than done, man. You know what I'm saying?
You know, but kids sense that too. You know what I'm saying? Kids can feel that negative energy, and like we tend to not think that. And I'm guilty of it. I was only married one time, but I kind of ended up staying in my marriage a little longer than I probably should have, just because, you know, we had children together. Things never got better. Okay. Things didn't get better, you know what I'm saying? And then it became a point of, you know, how am I impacting my child's life, or even this household? You know, I'm unhappy, but I'm thinking me, you know, being here with my child, you know, makes them better, you know, it's gonna make them happy, which it kind of does, but ultimately things are gonna boil over to the point to where, you know, it's gonna get ugly inside the house, and now your child got to see a part of you or a side of you, or the other parent that probably could have been, you know, prevented.
Right. No, that's real. I think it's just about it's about not being selfish, man. And people understanding that you got to choose you first, right? I know, like, say, hey, you know, your kids come before you, you know, and everything, but that's not true.
Right. You know, and he also said, you know, he said something about, my family needs me. I need to take care of them, which, I mean, yes, every man should feel like that, but sometimes needing them needing you or taking care of them, that may require you, well, in that circumstance or the situation, probably not to be, you know, in the house like that. You know, maybe, you know, for us to be better parents for our children, it might not be meant for us to be together.
It's very possible. Very true, man. It that very well could be, man. I think it's about putting your pride to the side and just understanding that, being honest with yourself. You know what I mean? Even if it's temporary.
True.
It could not be temporary. You just got to be honest with yourself, man.
Right. Back to that point. It may not be our time.
Yeah. Gotta be honest with yourself, man. Gotta sit back and think about shit for what it is, bro. You know?
And I see a lot of that going on with Kanye. I don't know. So honestly, I truly believe he loves Kim. But I think the way he's going about everything, like we talked about last week, is definitely not the way you get a woman back.
Yeah, he's just digging a hole for himself.
It is. I've never been in a situation to where I wanted to fuck a nigga up that's, you know, my ex is dating just because she's dating him.
I have. Just
because she was dating him, or he gave you like reason to?
No, because she was dating.
Oh, okay. I mean, it happens. It happens, but
and that just came from me being bitter. Or that came from me being controlling. Okay. And me and you being in control of a situation for so long, or however long you've been in control of it, the minute that you're not in control of it, it will throw you off. So you want to seek and destroy everything that's fucking it up.
My nigga preaching, boy. My nigga preaching.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't hold you right now. Yeah. I've been in that situation, bro. You know what I mean? Like the dude might just be trying to find true love or whatever the fuck he's trying to find. But he trying to find it. He's trying to find it in my program. That's not it.
Right. And you felt like you wasn't done with the certain woman.
Well, in my toxic times, it don't matter if I'm done.
Okay.
I ain't done till I say I'm fucking done at
Right.
that time.
And you in the way.
You in the way, nigga.
Okay.
You know
And so that's definitely where Kanye is right now.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, like at the end of the day, that's where he is. Like it's to the point now where this dude is, you know, I don't know what's going on. Like I don't tap into it too much, but the stuff that I do see, you know, they are at the movies or they out eating, you know, burgers and French fries or milkshakes or whatever the fuck they doing.
Right.
And you know, Kim being a billionaire, whatever the fuck she is, however much money she wants, she getting back to the basics. He is smart enough to see, hey, well, this chick got everything. I can't offer her nothing.
True. Yeah.
You know, monetary.
Mm-hmm.
So he taking her back to the basics, what it looks like. And you know what I'm saying? She drinking the Kool-Aid.
Right. Yeah.
That's what. Meanwhile, Kanye buying $100,000 trucks with the truck bed full of roses. She don't give a fuck about that.
She would a nigga that make her laugh. That's it. A nigga that, because there ain't nothing that he can do for her that she can't do for herself. He don't have nowhere near as much money as her. Only thing he really do is make her laugh, show her a good time,
make her laugh. Probably take her glam shots and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. Yeah, like Kanye, back to the basics. Yeah,
back to the basics. Kanye doing that? Probably not.
No, it looked like a big L. It looked like an L. In my book for Kanye, because a lot of the stuff he's doing is just I mean at the age he is, it's uncharacteristic.
No, it's not. No, it's not, Rich. No, I just told you why. It's not uncharacteristic. He thought he had it all figured out, man.
Yeah.
And when
control.
When it's controlling. And when you know, he felt like, oh, he got Kim Kardashian and she drinking Kool-Aid and she doing whatever it is that he want her to do. She wearing Yeezys and Sunday service and, you know, prison reform and all that shit. Man, don't get it fucked up, man. Don't get it fucked up, dog. Right. The woman still got a mind of her own.
Absolutely.
The woman still want to do stuff. More than anything, let's not forget the most important thing, that she is a woman. She's driven emotion. She's driven off of, you know, she is going to, you know, go towards what makes her feel good, not what makes her look good, not who spends the most money. A real woman, it's about who or what makes me feel good first.
Yeah. And it's funny you say that, because you can see the differences between I guess the classes of that people are in. So a woman that's not in Kim Kardashian's class, that don't have the money, that like that may not be what she wants or needs. But then when she get to that level, that class, like, you know, why was I even chasing these niggas that got money or can buy me a bag or a truck full of roses? Like, I want a nigga that can genuinely show me a good time, make me laugh just by being a goofy ass motherfucker that he is.
Yeah.
But, you know, the lady next door, you know, that, you know, she make $70,000, $75,000, $80,000 a year. You know, she want this motherfucker that's going to pull a, you know, have a truck delivered and roses. You know what I'm saying? The basics ain't even a thought for her. Like, I don't want these basic ass niggas. You know, speaking of that, I had a woman call me basic a week or two ago.
On some joking shit or some real shit?
Huh?
It was on some joking shit or some real shit?
Nah, it was real. Just because I wasn't giving her the type of attention or time that she wanted. You know, I told her I'm not, you know, I wasn't interested. But like, it was like one of those, who are you to be turning me down type of shits. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
her pride is the devil.
Yeah. Call me a basic. You a basic ass nigga. You arrogant. You just want somebody to kiss your ass. Blah 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 blah. I was like, what? But you know, she doubled back and apologized. Like, I was just speaking. No, you tend to speak your when you get upset, motherfuckers kind of.
You better listen.
You know, let's talk about that one day, man. Yeah, let's talk.
Man, I always tell the truth now.
Right. Let's talk about that one day. We want to talk about the words that like you can't take back. We're gonna talk about that.
Ooh, shit.
We will definitely talk about that word, like the shit be said and you can't take them back and how. But so let's get to the unapologetic truths, man. Okay. How would your life change if you said fuck it and just stop caring about or giving energy into things that you can't control?
I would be healthier.
Mm.
I would have more money in my pocket. I would be happier. I wouldn't look. I mean, I know I still look young for my age, but I would look much younger than what I do now.
Okay.
I think every facet of my life would be different. Every single facet of I would probably be things that I missed out on or things that I came up short in as a parent would be different. I might have come up short.
Okay. You think you'll be happier?
Yes.
Okay.
I think I said that.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, no question about it. If I could say it, that's to me, if you master that, bro, you got a solid. I'm gonna give it a solid 80% of life figured out. 80.
Okay. I agree with you, man. I think, and of course I haven't mastered it, but I'm trying to limit the things out of my life that I don't have control over and don't let it affect me as much as it should. Like that's one thing I've kind of gotten good at, like to not let things affect me the way, they do, especially if I can't control it. And I think we're kind of the same in that sense. We can be kind of like nonchalant about a lot of things. And I think that's probably a defensive mechanism. But
if I had a dollar every time somebody told me I was nonchalant,
we both be rich.
Jeff, what's his name? Jeff Bezos would have shit.
Right. Yeah, we both be there. I think.
Yeah.
That's probably a common trait we share. But so definitely there would be, my life would probably be probably 70% of that would probably be stress-free. If I just stop giving energy and thoughts into, situations or things that I can't control. Or even just worried about them. So definitely like that is but it leads you to think like, well, why do we do that? Why do we put energy into those things that we can't control? And I don't know. I don't have an answer for that, but
it's because we are controlling beings, man. That's why we are controlling selfish beings, right? And being in control and being selfish means that you want things to go your way. And if things aren't going your way, that means you don't have control over. If you don't have control over some shit, then that leaves grounds for anything to happen.
Okay. No, it's funny that you said that because I had this affirmation sent to my phone, and I can't even find it, but it says something about basically about like I like to be in control, and I feel like when there's times that I'm not in control, I feel lost or useless, and I'm easily wounded, and I can become depressed if I think I haven't done a good job and whatever. I don't know where that part came from, but that's what it said. So I like to think that I'm not controlling though. But I mean, we never noticed that about ourselves, I guess.
Shit, I noticed it about me. But I was forced to.
But I do like to be in control of situations. I think we all do. Probably
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
probably us more than the average person.
Yeah, it's human nature, man. Like it's human nature to be in control of shit. If somebody think about what the media and what social media and what the powers that be tell you how they got to where they are. They tell you that you in control of your own destiny.
Mm-hmm.
They push on you, right?
Yeah.
Just think about it for 1 second. That's what they push. You're in control of what? You're in control of your success. You're in control of your failures. That's what they push on you.
Right.
So it's embedded in your brain to be in control, not just for the workplace, not just for entrepreneurship, not just for like none of that. It full circle.
Got you.
So it's pushed on you. You know what I mean?
Right. But so, and you're absolutely right. But so reading that affirmation and just like you said, but there for the ones that aren't, I guess, that's driven by it, like us, they don't necessarily feel like, I guess, lost if they're not in control of a situation.
Well, I don't feel, me personally, now, and again, but this is something honestly that I've had to work on over the past few months, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, moving forward now, like me not being in control of some shit now.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, man, I give it to the big homie, you know what I mean? Because I understand the second and third order effects. I understand that there's motherfuckers out here that need me.
Mm-hmm.
People out here that depend on me. It's little babies. I got 2 little babies that's depending on me. I got my family depending on me. I got my brothers, my sisters. You know what I mean? My homeboy. You know what I'm saying? I got people, the people that work under me.
Yeah.
The people that work above me.
Right.
I understand that I got that in some way, shape, form, or fashion, I have to put out the best version of me every day.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't let shit that I can't control consume me to the point where I'm off my rocker, man.
Mm. Have you ever been in that mode to where you felt like if you wasn't in control of it, that it wasn't gonna get done right? Yes. In order for it to happen or get done right, you have to be in control.
Yeah, 100%.
You fix it. So is that something that you group into that you like fix within yourself, or you feel like, or you still feel that way?
No, I've definitely fixed that. I definitely make strides. I definitely work on that every day, man. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Every day I work on that, bro.
Okay.
Every day because what I say is a doctrine, bro. What I think is a doctrine.
Right.
Your brain is wired different than mine. You know what I'm saying? We might have the same views that, we might have the same views on a lot of different things, but not everything. Mm-hmm. And true. your truth and your right is yours. But mine is mine. So,
Very true, man. Very true. Next. I
got one for you too.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. If you could take one moment, situation, one moment or situation back, what would it be and why?
Oh man, it's kind of like a question I was gonna ask you. That's good though. So I'm gonna ask you after. If I could take one moment situation back, I probably wouldn't have moved to Miami. Funny. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Not knowing at the time, it was something that was talked about. And me and my daughter's mom, we were in a relationship, career opportunity, she endorsed it. I think it's a good move. She said all the right things, but she was thinking something else. So me making that move, I'm not gonna say it cost me a family type environment, but it ultimately put an end to any chances that we were going to be in a relationship for the long run, because that a lot of things change after that. She's happily married now, been happily married for years now. So I mean, shout out to them. But things probably would have been different. Would we be married right now? Would I be, in the house, well, us in the house together, my daughter living with me? Probably, maybe not. Who knows? But that's always going to be a big question mark for me. Like, what would have happened had I not, decided to, move for this job? I've done that a couple times in my career to where I've done things in order for the job and not yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
I would have never had to move to Maryland.
As a child or older?
As a child.
Okay.
Or I would have never had to move to Maryland. And I think only because some of the opportunities that were that were there for me back home in North Carolina, as opposed to I'm not ashamed of it. I'm happy. I'm happy from a standpoint of what I learned and what it molded me into when I moved up to Maryland, DC, or whatever. But I always think, what if, like you just said, what if I would have stayed or would have been afforded the opportunity to stay at home and finish high school? What opportunities would have been afforded to me? Where would I be today? Would I be up more than what I am?
Right.
And in your mind, automatically, you're going to assume, you're going to tell yourself that you would have been, based on the confidence you have in yourself. You know what I mean? And then when something's taken away from you like that, you're gonna always feel that way. So that's something that I would change. I probably, now, don't get it fucked up. Shout out to DB. Shout out to, well, I met my partner Doc. I met him in college. That's one of my best friends, and DB is one of my best friends. Shout out to Janet. Shout out to, the folks that I have. Shout out to my next door neighbor Dre. Shout out to people that I met up there in that area that I could call friends, close friends, or family for life. You know what I mean? I'm glad that I had the opportunity to meet them, but I'm going to always think about that.
Right. So I'm gonna be transparent right now. Also, so the last relationship I was in, with whoever, not saying I would take it back, but I have wondered, okay, what would have happened if I didn't fuck around?
Yeah.
Where would I be? Would I still be in that relationship? I mean, there are things that I could point to that maybe I would be, maybe I wouldn't. Are the things that happen after that second, third order effects? Who knows? I'm not saying I would change it, but yeah. All right, last one, man. If you had to relive one day in your life over and over and over again, well, yeah, one day or moment, what would it be? I'll go real quick. I thought about this one.
You go.
I thought about this one, and it was like 3 or 4 different ones, but the one I said, okay, I could be like most honest about is probably the birth of Luna. Because first grandchild, seeing, a little girl, my daughter Passion.
Yeah.
That was kind of like she's a woman moment to me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Man.
My baby is not a baby no more. She's sitting here on the table. Natural birth, no epidural, nothing, and she's just like sitting here strong, pushing out a baby. So it was kind of like, for me, two joys in one, seeing the grandbaby being born, and then, just seeing my daughter go through this. And, granted, she was, grown and out the house or whatever else, but she was still like my little passion. That's like how I think at that point in time, I stopped looking at her as, my little baby, my passion.
Yeah.
It's more or less like, this girl is a woman. Like, I'm like, she's sitting here pushing a baby out.
Man, nuts. So crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. For me, it would have to be, I'm gonna echo what you said, man. I'll probably say the birth of my son.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I barely missed Skylar when she was born, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was just a little, I was there when she, obviously the day of or whatever, but I was there the entire time for Adonis, right?
Uh-huh.
And the emotions that I had, the feelings that I had, the ups, the downs, the wooziness, the moments, where I'm looking at my legacy, bro. It wasn't. I haven't had a prouder moment than that, though.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, like I'm looking at
the second coming.
And like this is. I mean, if you want to go by the numbers, this is, 60, 70 years of my name.
Right.
Cemented. God willing. You know what I mean? This is 60 to 70 and beyond of my legacy right here in my hands. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that my friend, is priceless.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a good one, man. It definitely, there's a couple moments I would think back, but I think like some of those will get old after a while. Like maybe you would be like, a trip or a vacation I did here, but like you said, like you were actually holding like the future.
Bro, yeah.
And like the second coming of you, like this is something like when you're gone, regardless of what he do, he's gonna carry like your name, your tradition, whatever else, and pass that on. Like everything after him is gonna be directly connected to you. Like, well, of course you and mom, but that tree.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like at the end of the day, like, I didn't understand the importance of it. Like everybody, guys always say, yeah, I want a little boy because I want to do this, I want to do that, or whatever. But you got to understand, man. Just like I'm sure your last name, you probably your last name. It's probably your last name, and it's pride in mine. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's a lot. It's lineage in mine, dog. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, bro, that's cemented. This is the same thing that my Paul told me. You know what I'm saying? Like my Paul told me, be proud of your last name. You know what I mean? Right. It's royalty. You know what I'm saying? Be proud of that. So now I'm able to tell my son that too. Be proud of who you are, man. Like this that's not going nowhere. This is your name forever. Right. Absolutely. And his kids. You know what I mean? Yeah. Absolutely. So yeah, for sure. That was a good one, man. That was a good one. All right, bro, man. Let's get up out of here. This is a good episode, man. I just thinking back on it, on our talks and conversations. But all of them are good. All of them are good. I can't, but there are certain ones I pick out. I'll be like, man, I really like this one. But I think this is one of them, man. But, sure. Yeah, let's
Hey, once again, y'all like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I know. I know you gotta get yours off. Let me put that out there real quick.
Yeah, no doubt. Hey, man, shout out to everybody back home, man. Shout out to my support system. Shout out to the listeners, man. Shout out to the guys and gals that keeping this thing afloat, man. That's clicking on these likes, giving us these likes, and they're subscribing and they're sharing, man. We really appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Because ultimately, I'm not gonna say without y'all it will be no us, because we be doing this shit. Well, nobody clicking on our shit, but y'all are doing it, and we appreciate it. As always, man, mental health is real, man. We may not know everything there is to know, but we definitely can point you into the right direction. So before you hurt somebody, you hurt yourself, please tap into our personal IGs or Facebooks. And just holler at us, man. I promise you, we'll point you in the right direction. And also, too, man, I had to give a shout out to my stepfather, Billy. I love you, man. He lost his mom yesterday.
Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. Condolences.
R.I.P. to Miss Mitchell. You'll be missed. A good woman, man. A solid woman, man. Who really, and loved her name. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Love her. You know what I'm saying? And really, really held her family down. You know what I'm saying? For as long as she could, man. So shout out to again my stepdad, man. Billy, I love you, dog, and I wish I was there with you, man. But I'll be home soon, man. And I'm hurting for you, man. But I love you. I know we're gonna get through this thing. So minus that, big dog.
Yeah, man. Condolences. I hate to hear that. Actually, you know what? I did have a Black history fact to do real quick. I did say I forgot it. But it says so let me see what we're gonna talk about. No, Siri just be popping off sometimes, man. I don't know what the fuck.
Siri going on now?
Yeah.
She done ran up.
Yeah. Calm down, Siri. No, they probably hear this shit like, what the fuck? But so I got this from African American History Facts, man. It says at one point in time in the early 1900s, it was a law against Black women showing their natural hair in public.
Holy shit.
Yep. There was a law that banned Black women from exposing their natural hair in public, and they had to cover it up with a head wrap. The head wrap is called a Tiganon, Tignon. So the reason why, in short, was they said the Black woman's features often attracted white men, French, and Spanish men. So the law was made so that they would be less attractive to these men of other races and cultures. But
get the fuck out of here.
But they were raping them anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, but the raping part, that's a story for another day. But yeah, so interesting fact, man. That would actually be a law. Hold on. It was so this head wrap that was called a Tiganon, they said it started and it was worn by enslaved Creole women of African ancestry in Louisiana in the late 1786 time frame, which carried on and throughout the 1800s and of course into the early 1900s. So yeah, I did not know that, man. I did not know that.
Hell no, I ain't know it.
That was an actual law that Black women had to wrap their hair in order for white men and Spanish men and French to not be attracted to them. Digging through our history, man, like we'll go down a rabbit hole talking about that. Just of the shit that we don't know and wrong shit that's happened. You know what I'm saying? Like we'll go down a rabbit hole and we'll end up on this shit for a whole nother hour just talking, man. But so that's Black History Month fact for for us today. Thank you everybody for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Thank y'all for the comments, even though y'all like text me. Y'all don't put them in the comment section of the podcast, none of that stuff. But I mean, I like it. I mean, I get calls too. Hey, let's talk about this episode you just put out. I'm like, all right, what you want to talk about? But sometimes I like to read it too. I want it, for the public to see it and not just me, because
Yeah, start that dialogue, man. Because it happens to me. It happens to me from time to time too. Listen, man, start the damn dialogue, man. Somebody might feel the way you feel, or somebody might look at what you say and agree to disagree, or I don't know. Let's start the dialogue, man.
Because I posted a text message the other day, and I had to like tell somebody. It was like, why would you do that? Why? I was like, hey, look, I'm giving you a warning now, but I'm just letting you know I posted it. But it's nothing like out there. It's nothing like incriminating. But they were like, oh, okay, well, let me go see what you said. I'm like, it's just like but that would have been in the comments. I mean, if you had you could have, but whatever, I don't. If y'all text me, y'all text me. I'm.
So here's the thing: if I had $1 for every time, just like how you always say it, I don't say it as much, right? If I had $1 for every time somebody that I know asks me about something that you said, or have even asked me like to the point where, well, how is Reg doing? Post-retirement. You know what I'm saying? Like I get those questions.
Right. Okay.
People that have never met you.
Okay.
Right? People that have never met you. Well, how's Reg doing? Post-retirement. Is he, I know he said on this episode that he was struggling in this area and that area, or did it get better? What come upon in that? Ask him yourself.
Very true. Yeah. Very true.
Ask him. I promise you he will answer.
And that helps us. That puts us in the algorithm because it starts a conversation. So more people start to see,
But more than the algorithm, you as a man, as a person, I know that if someone reaches out to you and genuinely cares about what you have going on, I know that you're going to respond. That's what I'm talking about.
Very true. Very true. Very
the
true.
algorithm and all that shit, we'll worry about that later.
Yeah.
I'm talking about you as a person.
Very true. You're right. 100%. 100%. 100%. So yeah, y'all hear it straight from my mouth. But I either way it go, I mean, it honors me that we get that attention. People do want to talk to us and conversate back and forth with us about things that were said, whether because some people don't want to come up on the net. They don't want it to be public. So I get it, but thank y'all for just watching and listening to us. Like I can't say that enough, and I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Shout out to everybody that support us. Shout out to all the other podcasters, and definitely shout out to my family, my baby girls. Passion texted me while we was on, said, "Hey, let's have a daddy-daughter date Friday, me, you, and Luna." I'm like,
that's dope.
Yeah. So
fucking right.
I can't wait for it. But we appreciate it, y'all. Thank you for the love and support. As always, we're unapologetic, we're unfiltered. We out of here. Dre the Nomad, Red Prime Minister. We signing out. See y'all next week. Yeah, man, that's dope.
You know what it is. Thanks for listening to another episode of Unapologetic, the podcast. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe.
Better follow me.